All right, you guys, live Troy King. Hey, Troy, man, got to get your opinion, honest opinion on what you saw. We're going to start with CrawfordHorn. Just break down the fight, give your honest assessment of what you saw in that fight, man, and how you see the future for Crawford. And the upcoming big fight with him and Spence that's going to eventually happen.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Crawford. Shout out to Steve Nelson, Raquel Miller, Crawford family. Man, he put on a good display last night. He whooped that boy's ass, but it wasn't easy, though. I ain't going to say that. Everybody going to say I told you it was easy work, but that's what niggas say when they never boxed before, that wasn't easy. It don't take you 9 rounds to stop somebody, and you say, oh, see, that was easy. Easy is 4 to 6 rounds. If you go above 6 to, if you make it out of 6 and 7 rounds, if you make it past 7 rounds with a person, you in elite status, you and that person, especially if you an elite fighter, and that person lasts more than 7 rounds with you, he was a contender to elite person. So we gonna just keep that at that, because at this level, ain't no fight really that easy for no belt. Secondly, Jeff Horn's style, like he thought he was gonna be stronger than Terrence, but he not, because Terrence wrestled in high school, and that makes a big difference. I've done MMA, and wrestlers have very, very hard punches. They got very heavy punches because they wrestle. They push and pull all day. You know what I'm saying? It's a different type of strength from weightlifting. So when I knew that, I knew once he tussled Horn and you wrestle, because I wrestled, briefly when I did MMA, I knew he knew the intricacies of wrestling, so he gonna grab him, underhook him, and toss him. And Horn is not ready for that. He never did nothing like that before. So when Horn trying to get rough, it's different because wrestling is real rough. So he wasn't going to win that battle. Then he wasn't faster. He didn't have the better footwork. He's just accurate, and he could fight. He has too many wrinkles. It was just a good display against a very tough opponent. That's what it was. It was a very good display of skill set against a very tough opponent, my nigga. And that's how you got to do things. You're not going to beat everybody in 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 rounds. You got to put in some work, and that's what he did. He used every skill set, like switching left to right, going to the body, boxing, coming, hitting him, and staying in place at weird angles, sliding over, bang, 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 hitting him. Horn is not like no soft motherfucker, man. He took a lot of punches that Terrence Crawford hit Horn with would have stopped anybody else. That's what I kept saying. It's going to be an awkward, weird fight at first. But the jab, get rid of all that shit. And Terrence Crawford used his jab, and Jeff Horn didn't use his jab. That was the key factor. I don't give a fuck about nothing else of the fight. The key factor is when they both came out, Terrence established his jab, and Jeff Horn didn't. You gonna lose off rip. That's really the basis of. At the end, it was about skill level, but Jeff Horn didn't use his jab. Terrence stayed on his jab, and he dominated. That was it. It's over. Fucked him up.
Do you think, based off what you said, that Jeff Horn's game plan was to bully Crawford, and he sort of like he froze up and he didn't know what to do when he felt that Terrence Crawford wasn't going to allow him to bully him?
Yeah.
And you think Jeff Horn was like, well, it's pretty much over, when he saw that they were equal in strength? If not...
Yeah, because niggas know. Niggas know when it's over. Niggas know, man. That's why I don't want to hear all that shit. Niggas know. You know right in that moment in the ring, from that first punch thrown, oh, this nigga different from that. Matter of fact, you know when you get in there, you know when they set up to fight, this shit gonna be different. That's why the nigga was making all them excuses up. But then when he actually got in there, though, I will say that Jeff Horn just took his loss like a fucking man and said, he was just different. I was surprised by the power and shit. But then after that, once you get in the ring and you feel a nigga jab you and you bang, get a body shot, you, oh shit, this nigga. Then y'all clench, you go, oh shit, this nigga strong. I can't even move. He knew that shit, bro. That shit over with. He knew it. After that, then he couldn't really bully him, and he knew he couldn't outskill him, so all he could do is try to win, you know what I'm saying, at the game plan they had. But his coach ain't never really boxed before, I don't think. He said he was like a karate instructor. That shit don't work in boxing, man. I don't know why they be doing this shit. Horn, that's your man's. I understand that. Glenn is your man. You keep your man around and keep a check in his pocket. But you don't keep him out there coaching you because he not going to get you through no Terrence Crawford, bro. I'm sorry. He not going to do that. He never even been in there with nobody like Terrence as a coach. So how he going to get you past somebody like that? It's just common fucking sense. And don't bring up the 5 coaches that everybody bring and never box, because that shit don't count. Because it's only like a couple of them niggas. And if that was the normal, then that'd be cool, but it ain't the normal. Most coaches that box make good boxing trainers. That's just the normal thing. But yeah, man, he dominated his dumb ass. I mean, man, it's just hard when you get in there, bro, and you gotta deal with somebody like Terrence, bro. He got every type of skill. I want to spar the nigga, man. I want to see if he really good, because I'm really good like that. And I want to see if he good. I just want to learn from the nigga and see how it feel to get punched and see what he doing if his body be in a certain angle. But, man, he did a good display, man. I'm real proud of him, man. He came a long way, and I think he's starting to realize that he got the power in the promotional company. Because when your promoter is over you, and at the end of your fight, you say, hey, man, I want to fight such and such. Bob, come on, man. Get on the phone. Let's make that happen. You telling the promoter what to do. That's what y'all niggas got to do, man. Unless you with Floyd or Al, you got to tell these other niggas like Oscar and Aaron what to do, because they going to try to do what's best for them. And I understand that, because it's an investment. They going to do that. They going to do what's best for them, so I'm not mad at that. But then sometimes when the big fights is ready to happen, the niggas kind of don't want it to happen because they don't want to ruin the investment, which is fully understandable. But when that man is asking you for that work, you got to give him what he want. You got to keep your prize fighter happy. Lomachenko is not the prize at top rank. He's just a pretty face. You know what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford is the man actually putting in the actual work, becoming an undisputed 140 champ, moving up to 47, first fight, fighting Jeff Horn, destroying him, and then asking for the rest of the belts. He not going to 130, not fighting none of the champions, leaving the 35, fighting Jorge, then coming back and then calling out. No, he cleaning out the shit when he there. You clean out the crib when you there. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it go in boxing.
So you think that Bud Crawford established himself and made a statement in his debut at 147, and that everybody at 147 should be on notice?
I think he the pound for pound #1 right now, because he's clearly proven over and over through the longevity of his career, past and present, and his future potential shows that he's going to do what he's supposed to do when he get in there. You got to put him up there. He was the undisputed 140 champ and cleared out the division. It's only a couple niggas that had that, and he was one of the youngest niggas to be a 3-time world champion with the fewest amount of fights or some shit like that. He the youngest to do that in the 3-weight division. One of them little intricate details that they be having. Like, you gotta put him #1, man, over fucking Lomachenko, because he ain't cleaned out shit. He going one belt and then he trying to pick and choose. Like, no, this nigga is going fighting champions going, and if you can't even put Lomachenko in there with Terrence Crawford. He'll get stopped instantly. It's not a fair fight.